Well, hi everyone. My name is Anastasia. I am the host at today's IFAB TV. Today I'm not alone in here because it's very special day. I bring you guys a very special guest lecturer from California State University. It's very fun and very prestigious. Please introduce yourself, ma'am.
Yes, my name is Angeline and I'm an associate professor of marketing and social entrepreneurship from California State University at Monterey Bay.
Ooh, that's so far. Why you choose as the associate professor at California State University? Because that's so far. Why you decide to be the professor?
Okay, well, since I was a child, I had always wanted to work as a professor, primarily because it offers you a lot of flexibility to do your own work, to pursue your own research interests, and also I get the opportunity to work with students and nurture students and help them be ready for the workforce and be helpful in society. And the reason I chose to work for California State University is one, a lot of the opportunities, and I do believe in the mission that they stand by in terms of helping traditionally underserved students to be able to get a quality higher education.
So then the next question is, why do you decide to build your career overseas?
Part of it is because I had the opportunity to start my career, and I thought that for the work that I want to do, there are a lot of resources and networks that are closer and easier for me to access working overseas rather than elsewhere, and so that's part of the reason why I chose to work overseas.
Okay, then after we know why, then I would like to ask about how do you finally start to do career overseas?
Okay, well, I think it starts with the education, having the educational background. So as an academician, usually to start a career as faculty, you have to have a PhD. So I completed my PhD, and then basically is the job search, right? So looking for openings and availabilities. It's not easy, but you only need one place, right? So and if there's a match, it works out, and that's how beginning my career in the United States basically begins with the job search and looking for opportunities that are out there, particularly tenure track positions that offer long-term employment and development opportunities. I was fortunate to have interviewed at several institutions and was accepted into a tenure track program at Cal State Monterey Bay, and so that was how I started my career. And so part of the supporting factors that enable us to get offered a job probably is having a good CV. So having not only capabilities or showing ability to teach, and having a clear philosophy of teaching and a clear philosophy or a method for teaching, as well as having a research interest or a research focus that is appealing to the field as well as to the particular university that we're applying to.
As we already learned from you, many people want to follow your path. And my question is, how should we start if we want to follow your path?
Okay, well, if you want to pursue a career or to become an academician, particularly in the United States, first, obviously, you need to complete your degree. A PhD is usually the minimum requirement. And so in order to do that, really you need to find a place to do your studies as well as pursue a particular line of research.
Okay, so as we know, many Indonesians want to get their scholarship overseas, right? And my question is how, if you want to pursue the career like yours, how we can start to get the scholarship overseas?
Okay, yeah. So in terms of scholarship, I think right now there are a lot of scholarship opportunities available to students who have potential. So one of the things that I would suggest is to start working on creating a CV that shows that you are unique and worthy of the scholarship opportunities, as well as showing, well, at the minimum you have to have the ability to speak English, which is normally reflected through a TOEFL or an IELTS or other comparable measures. And then the focus might also be in terms of getting into a university. So usually a lot of graduate degree programs require at least a minimum level of a GRE score or a GMAT score. So that's another aspect that you might want to work on. But at the end of the day, it's more about building your uniqueness and showing why you are worthy of the scholarship.
Okay, talking about the uniqueness of us, what makes ourselves unique and how to make it?
Okay, yeah, that's a very interesting question. I think there's a lot of different ways for you to expose your uniqueness or build your uniqueness. Usually, so this starts at the college level usually. So you should probably work on your schoolwork. You're making sure that you have a sufficient amount of GPA, high enough to meet the minimum requirements. But also then not just studying, but also working, maybe participating in clubs, participating in other events, for example. Those are ways, or joining clubs, or joining, say, the school newspaper, or other activities, sports teams, or anything like that. I think that might be useful. But other than that, it's really figuring out who you are, what your passion is, and being able to package that and market that in a way that shows that you are different and better than your competitors,
yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah?
Okay. Back then in your university life, many people in young generation lacking motivation of joining organization. Did you back then join an organization?
So yes, during my college years, which has been a very, very long time ago, I was involved in several activities. I think I was involved with the management club. So it's a management student association. We did a lot of some research work, some writing we established a small management journal, as well as we would host workshops and invite business practitioners to share their experiences with students at that time. I was also involved for a little bit with ISEC, which is an international student organization, and I was also involved in a lot of campus activities. So, for example, participating in student orientation programs and other activities.
Okay, the next question is that possible if Indonesian students who study in Indonesian college works overseas?
I'm sure it's possible. It's not easy, as long as you make sure that you have the correct legal status. That's the first thing. But I think in terms of talent, in terms of capabilities, our Indonesian students are equally competent and can compete well in the job market in the United States. I think it's more a matter of having the confidence to try the market.
Okay. What is your recommendation to us if we want to begin our career overseas?
I think it really is a matter of, again, building the competence and the confidence. Competence is through your studies, through your experiences, and just immersing yourself in as much experience as possible, building your skill set, and then it really is having the confidence to want to try the market, if that's something of interest to you.
You just arrived at University of Jenderal Sudirman, and also you just deliver your material in international seminar at FEB UNSOED. In a glance, what is your impression of that?
I'm very much impressed with the faculty and the students here at FEB UNSOED. I think I got the opportunity yesterday to meet with a lot of the young faculty, and I'm really excited to see the fresh energy, and I think they're very competent faculty, and I'm sure that they will do well in terms of developing the campus. I'm also very much impressed with the international program. I see that there's a lot of also international students here. So, studying in the program and meeting and working alongside with the Indonesian students, and I think that's a great way to broaden the students' horizons and their experiences. At least for the current time, the Indonesian students are not able to go abroad, at least you have foreign students coming and bringing in that international experience. I think is meaningful, and the programs, various international seminars, and the high level of participation among the students and the faculty, I think is really impressive.
That's all for our discussion. Thank you so much, Miss, for delivering to us for our discussion today. I hope you would the best for your path career. That's all. See you guys on the next video of us. Wait for that. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.